Hi everyone, this is Ola Beauty and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, kindly hit the subscribe button below, like, comment and share and turn on the notification so you won't miss out on any of my videos. And to my old subscriber, thank you for coming back to my channel and you've been watching my videos and haven't subscribed, please kindly do so. Thank you. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be having a prep talk. Like I'm going to be telling you guys some of the mistakes we make in makeup or in makeup business. So as you're watching the video, the tutorial, kindly listen to my little talk and I hope you learn one or two and use it in your activities. I'm sure you're going to have a positive result after watching this tutorial and listening to what I have to say. So let's begin. So the topic I'm going to be talking about is the mistakes some of us make in makeup or in the makeup business. You know, some of us do makeup for personal use and some of us do this makeup thing for business purposes. So whatever your purpose is, there are still um some things you cannot ignore. There are some steps, some processes that you have to follow in order to achieve a flawless, a sweat proof and a long lasting makeup. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about in mistakes to avoid in makeup is knowing your product. That's our number one. So as a makeup artist or as somebody that does makeup, you have to know your product. It is very important in knowing your product. It is good to know the kind of products you're purchasing. It is good to know the kind of products you want to use on a particular skin type because there are different skin types and you don't want to you want to avoid picking a particular product ignorantly and using it on a wrong skin type. Like you don't want to use products that are meant for oily skin, for dry skin, and vice versa. You just want to use the accurate products for every skin type, and you want to also use the accurate product for the skin tone also. Because aside from the skin types, you have to know the kind of products you have to use on a particular skin tone that will blend with the person's skin. You just don't want to use products ignorantly, and at the end of the day, your makeup will not be giving you the flawless look it's supposed to give you. Moving on to number two, not testing your products before going ahead to use it on your clients. It is often good to test a particular brand, like when you are just purchasing a particular brand for the first time, with a particular brand, like a product from a particular brand for the first time. It is very important to test the product on a model. It is or if you don't have a model around you can test it on yourself for you to see the effects and for you to know the effects of the product, for you to know what exactly the product is giving you before going ahead to use it on client. Because you know models are meant for you to test the work, practice, um, use new brands, and like just testing your ability, your skills, your product, and everything. But when you go ahead to use a particular product on a client without without knowing what effects the product is going to bring out, what you might later have some complaints about the makeup from your clients. Your client that can just come up, oh, my makeup was this, my makeup was that, like having to hear negative comments, and that would actually sadden you. So you really want to know your product. You want to, so even when a product, you have a complaint about your job or something, you can easily um have a rethink of all the products you actually use on that particular client, and you'll be able to like you can pin down one or two reasons why that makeup have that negative review. Do you understand? So when you buy a particular product, I'm not talking about restocking here. Like, now when you have been using a product and you restock, that is fine. But when you buy a product freshly from the market, you don't. Maybe the only thing you are relying on is reviews. When you even have actually heard of reviews about the product, it is still fine. But sometimes you go to a store and you see some new products and you feel like, oh, I like this, let me buy it. Some of these products are always fine and all that, but then it is always very good to test your product on a model or yourself before going ahead to use it on a client. And moving on to number three, not knowing how to layer your product. It is very, very important that you know product layering. You just don't come and apply primer after foundation. Or you come and apply moisturizer after primer. You have to know the steps to makeup. You have to know the steps in your skincare routine. You have to know the steps in having to prepare the skin before makeup. You have to know that you cleanse, you hydrate, you moisturize, you sunscreen if necessary. So for me, sunscreen is not important, but it is a step that is now often being done in makeup now. So for now, it's still like a 50-50 thing for me. It's not something I've been doing before, but now I'm trying to put it in my skincare routine. So sometimes I'm still on the forgetful side, and when I remember, I definitely use it. So that's why I said if necessary. So you use sunscreen, then you prime, you hydrate the skin with setting spray if you want. Then you go ahead with your makeup application. You have to know these steps. You just don't go ahead and apply number five before number one, then you come back to apply number one. You have to know that sometimes when you miss sunscreen, you've applied your foundation and all that, you can't come back to sunscreen again. You can't come back to primer again. You can't you have to know all the steps in order for you to be able to have a flawless makeup at the end of your makeup. So moving on to number three, not blending in the product properly. For every product that you use, it is always good to blend properly. Like me, blending is key for me. Blending is important. It is very, very important. It's not sometimes it's not about your products, it's not about your skills. There are some little things that some of us overlook, and at the end of the day, it's it will have a very important effect on our job if we have done that little thing. So for me, blending is very, very important. You have to make sure that you blend in every product, blend every product properly into the skin before moving on to another product. And moving on to number five, not allowing product to dry and sit well into the skin. Like you have to make sure that you dry up a particular product before going in with another one. That's why you see most makeup artists having this hand fan. It's just for us to be able to dry the product faster than having to rely on the hair in the room. So it is an important step in makeup to always allow a particular product to be almost dried up, and so that it will enable it, you'll be certain that okay, the product has been set into the skin properly. Then moving on to number six, skipping skin prep. Gone are the days when the first product to apply on the face is primer. Now you have to cleanse the face, you have to hydrate, you have to moisturize, use sunscreen, use eye cream, all those skin prep skincare routine before your makeup proper. It is not a good idea. Like it's not. It is a very bad idea. Like a a cancel sign for you to just um for you to jump on primer and ignoring skin prep. Skin prep is now very, very important. It helps you to prepare your face. It helps to keep your makeup longer. It helps to moisturize your face. It helps to hydrate your face. You know, there are so many things that all the skincare product does on the face. It gives you this new age look and all that. And having to skip it is my probably have a very as in, if, even if you're skipping using hydrating products and all that, the as in using the likes of serum, toner, you can never skip using a moisturizer. Like you should never. After cleansing your face, at least use a moisturizer to hydrate and moisturize your face. It is very, very important that you moisturize your face before primer. That is if you want to skip using the other products. But it is very, very wrong to just jump on primer without having to cleanse and moisturize your face. It is important to moisturize and um, prime your face before starting your makeup application. Then moving on to number 7, not setting the makeup after application. Yes, it is as at least you should have at least minimum of one setting spray in your makeup box. That is for personal use. But for professional use, you can have as many setting spray as you want. Those that you can have as many brands as you want. You know, we have different setting spray. We have setting spray, we have finishing spray, we have fixing spray. Setting spray helps to melt your makeup together. Why fixing spray is helps to make your makeup to last longer. It locks in your makeup for you. So it is often important to, it is very, very important to have at least one setting spray in your makeup box in order to make your makeup not so, to avoid making your makeup look so cakey and having to just get oily at a minimum amount of time. You know, you want your makeup to at least last up to like 6 to 8 hours or more, depending on the kind of occasion you want to use the makeup for. There are even some people that sleep over their makeup and use it the next day. All these things can only happen when you follow the proper routine and having to use your makeup, your setting spray or finishing or fixing spray, whatever. Those are the names they usually have on the spray. Is either they call this setting, fixing, or finishing spray. So for one of this, it is very, very important to have it. A setting spray is actually different from a fixing spray. So I think I spoke about that in one of my previous videos. So maybe later on I can still try to like buttress on it more. Then the number 8 I'll be talking about is buying fake products. Yeah, whatever country you are, it is very, very important to stick to buying original products. If you want to buy a local product, like let's say you want to buy Nigerian brands, know that you are buying Nigerian brands, like buy Nigerian brands that give you a good effect. Don't go and buy brand imitation of a foreign brand. No, fake is different from original. Anything fake is a no-no in makeup because at the end of the day, it's not going to give you the proper effect it's supposed to give you. It is not going to give you that workload it's supposed to give you. Some of all these fake products might even cause some your clients to have some kind of reactions the- after they clean up the makeup or something like that. So you really want to stick to original brands. If you're buying your local brand, buy them. Know that okay, I'm buying a Nigerian brand. Okay, oh, this is what I'm buying. This is it. If you are buying a foreign brand, buy a foreign brand. Don't go and buy imitation of any brand. Please avoid it at all costs because at the end of the day, you are still going to have a negative. It's going to give you a very negative and bad effect, and you will waste your money. You will waste. You might probably lose the clients, and at the end of the day, you know the result is not going to be okay. So it is very, very important to just stick to buying original products. Moving on to number 9, cut your clothes according to your size. Hey, I will not say size, I will say fittings because these days some of us tend to like wear some big shirts, you know, these boyfriend jeans, some like abaya and all of those things. They are actually bigger than our sizes. Yeah, I'll say cut, but they have fittings on us. It's about the fittings now. It's not really about the size. Most people don't even go for some clothes that are their exact size anymore, but they go for fittings. Why I say fittings is because you have to know your you know your pockets. Do you understand? You know your pockets. You know what you can afford. Don't just jump in every product you see out there just because oh makeup artist lagbada or so person has this particular brand. I'm going to get it at all costs. No, if you can afford it, it is absolutely fine. But if you cannot, just go in line with what fits your pocket, go in line with what fits your budget. If you're in Nigeria, we have so many Nigerian brands now that are doing so well. They are producing amazing product for us. So it's not even necessary to have all these foreign brands anymore. You can have foreign brands. Yes, it's good to give you so much amazing effects. But then make use of Nigerian brands so that are very good and they are still going to give you the same effect and they'll still give you that sweet work that you want at the end of the day. So don't go and be buying just because you see your maybe your role model using a particular brand, or maybe it's all these top makeup artists are using so brand. You also want to jump on and see some of them they are giving this product to advertise for them. Some of them get this payout products. They get the companies they give them payout products, so they even pay them to come and advertise this product for you. It's just that you see them using it, talking about it. They don't. Most of them don't even buy it with their money. It is PR. It is PR. So you really don't want to like just jump on every product you see. If you have like five foundations and your five foundations are working fine for you, why do you have to go and jump on a new one, especially when you cannot afford it? And see, there are some people in this line that they have some top people out there, like just one phone call, they credit their accounts. Do you understand? Some people have their daddies to call, some people have brothers, their husband, their boyfriend, or whatever, and they support them financially. So you cannot compare them to you that maybe probably you're struggling on your own, you don't have anyone to rely to, you don't have anyone to call, and all you do, but then you still want to be doing copy. No, please just stick to what you can afford. Stick to what you can afford. There are so many amazing products you can buy without your 5,000 naira, without your 10K, your £5, your $5, and so on. Please don't compare yourself to somebody that is earning 500K. If they are earning 100K, work between your 100K. Buy products that are within your 100K. Do things that are within your 100K. Don't um don't go and don't copy somebody that is earning like 1 million, 2 million. There's a big gap in between. You cannot compare. There are some people that are earning big, and at the end of the day, they still have sponsors. There are some people that don't have sponsors and they are earning big. So they are able to afford all these products. But you that you are just starting, or maybe you started for a while, but you are still in the middle, you are not there yet. Please just work within your budget. Just work within what you can afford. Do things you can afford. Because aside from the makeup, you still have yourself to take care of. You still have so many things to deal with. So and you don't want to jump to just go and open a makeup studio when you don't have a client base. Create a client base for yourself from the comfort of your home, or maybe if you can have a place where you can manage, maybe somebody can give you a space for a token or for free. Yes, you start from there. Don't just finish learning makeup and all you want to do is just open a big store when you don't have a client base. Yes, you need to create a client base before going ahead to have a makeup studio. You just don't want to jump on these things, skipping step 5 and going to step 1. All these things is going to have an effect on you later on. It may be positive, it may be negative, God knows, but we hope for positive results, as a positive outcome of whatever you want to do anyway. But then you have to be accountable for yourself. You have to know what you're dealing with. You just don't want to jump on all these things. I hope you understand even more than what I've just said. I hope you understand my point. And the last but not the least, I'm going to be talking about is comparison. Yes, it is good to keep yourself in check. Yes, it's good to keep yourself in check. Like, okay, having to see that, oh, okay, am I up to date? What is it that others are doing that I'm not doing? What is new? The updates, just keeping yourself updated on on your business in makeup. But the bad thing is comparing yourself to others. It is good to have a role model, but then being obsessed in wanting to be your role model at all costs is bad. Especially when you don't have what the person have, when you've not invested as much as the person has. See, in business, there are steps to business, there are processes to business, there's growth in business. You have to believe in your growth, you have to believe in your business growth. You just don't want to jump from A to Z. You have to know that before A there's B, there's C, and so on before you get to Z. You don't want to jump from number 1 to 10. You have to know that, okay, there are like 8 to 9 figures before 10. You have to take it slow on yourself. You have to be calm with yourself. You don't want to overdo things. So because in before you can earn in business, you have to invest time, you have to invest your resources, you have to invest your skills, you have to invest labor. There are so many things, there are so many investments, there are so many things that you have to do in business. You just don't want to jump your growth. You don't want to just copy your role model at all time. Oh, Lagbaja, this is doing this. I want to do it at all costs. You have to, because you have to understand that that person that is there, if you are in number 1, you have to understand that the person that is in number 10 right now has also moved from that starting point that you are at the moment before they are able to get to that place that they have, and you should understand that they invested so much. So you have to ask yourself before you compare yourself to another person, have I invested as much money as the person is? Have I invested as much labor, as much time? Have I practiced as much as the person has? It's just like somebody coming to learn makeup for the first time. Now I want to be like the boss. How will you be like the boss? Even the boss started from somewhere, and the boss is still growing. The boss still believes in growth. So you just want to take it one step at a time on yourself. It's not always good to jump your 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 growth. It is not always good, because when you jump, at the end of the day, you will still have to go back to those processes, to those steps that you skip, and then you have to start all over again. So what's the point in having to jump from number 1 to 10, and at the end of the day you come back to number 1 and you now start following the steps? You should have just, instead of having to waste your time. And the funniest thing is that some people end up wasting years, investment, so many things on that number 10, and before they even realize that, oh, they've skipped so many steps and they have to go back, it might be so, it might really have a negative turnout for them, because it is not easy to go back when you've already pushed yourself to a certain level. So why don't you follow a gradual process in order not having to go back to the previous steps to start correcting your mistakes? So those are the things I will be talking about today. I hope you enjoyed my little talk and you're able to pick one or two things from it. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for coming back to watch my video. So if you have any suggestion on any particular tutorial you want me to do, you can drop it down in the comment section below. I'm going to review it and try as much as possible to bring up the tutorial for you. I'll be ending my little talk here, but then the tutorial is still on. Like, can you see that flawless look? Like, the Milani is really giving us what it should. The skin is blending, the eyeshadow, the lips, everything is just sinking well. So kindly watch to the end of this video, subscribe, share, comment, like, as in just do every form of engagement you can do on this video. So see you at the end of the video. watching this video to this point, wow, you're my G, like thumbs up for you. Thank you for staying tuned, thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe. If you haven't, kindly hit the subscribe button below, turn on the notification, like, share, comment, like just do every form of engagement you can do on this video, and I promise you give bring to you more amazing tutorials. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the end of the video because the video is not like you just don't want to miss this sweet look. See now, see makeup now. What other thing will you want if not this? So see you in my next video. Bye.